What's going on, guys? It's Mr. F9916. Welcome back to the Arizona Coyotes Seattle Metropolitans franchise mode, taking on the Winnipeg Jets in our first game today. And there's going to be a weird goal off the bat. That one actually goes off one of the defenders into the goal. I will say one thing about NHL 17, guys. There are way too many glitch goals on both sides of the aisle. I score a lot of goals that are just flukes, and it happens way too much on NHL 17. That's definitely my biggest problem with this game. As you see, Winnipeg's going to get a second goal. My goaltender, Smith, is a piece of garbage and just does not know how to make any saves. And 9 seconds left of the first, he's going to let up another goal. He lets up a bad rebound, then doesn't even stick his glove out to make a save right there. So it's 3-0. Despite the fact, guys, that we actually had more shots in this game. I miss a pass right there. That's totally the fault of not only the goalie for letting it in, but the fault of whichever player I tried to pass it to. Not sure who that was. He just totally fanned on catching it. So pretty unbelievable how bad we play in this game. Smith is going to let in what I think was another easy one here. Just such a weak glove side he has in this game. We finally do get a goal, though. With 16 minutes left in the third. That one's going to be deflected in by Jamie McGinn. So it's 5-1. Flash forward, 6 minutes left in the third, and it's going to be another goal for Winnipeg. And once again, I think that one was a pretty easy goal that Smith let in. So we're actually going to take him out of the game, put in Louis Domingue, and that is going to be it for Mike Smith in this game. He just has been too bad for us right now. We get to Goligoski with 3 minutes left. He's going to take a beautiful shot from the blue line and score a goal right there. So it is 6-2. But unfortunately, as Goligoski gets his second goal of the season, it's not really going to matter. We have 33 shots compared to 27, but we lose the game 6-2. And after that game, guys, I think it is time to try to trade for a goaltender because I just can't take Mike Smith anymore. He's been so bad, and let's be real, he's not going to be a long-term on this team. So I started looking at guys to trade. I wanted young guys with good potential, even if they're not good now. Gibson on Anaheim was probably one of the best options out there. It's just his trade value is so high, though. There's also Subban on Boston. He's low elite potential. He's at 80 overall, 22 years old. Pretty low trade value, too, despite the fact that he has good potential. Columbus had a really good second-string goalie, 22 years old, 83 overall elite potential. And he's definitely an option. Detroit also has a medium elite potential. He's 24 years old. He's a little older, but he's 86 overall, so that's definitely an option. One of the best options was Pittsburgh. I don't know why Matt Murray's trade value was not higher than it is. In my opinion, it should. He's, going to be the Penguins' main goalie, and I actually tried to make a trade for him. I offered Domingue, Nick Merkley. He's a young prospect of mine, and a second-round pick for Matt Murray. Will the Penguins accept this trade? It's going to be pretty hard to get Matt Murray, so I'm not sure if they are. No, they're not. And at this point, guys, I just gave up because I didn't feel it would be realistic. I'm a Penguins fan in real life. Those of you that were with my series last year know that. And the Penguins are going to trade Fleury, I think. They're not going to trade Matt Murray. That'd be ridiculous. So then I probably should have gone to Columbus, but I went to try to get Subban on Boston. That didn't work, but I wanted to stick with that, so I upgraded it from a third-round pick to a second-round pick in 2021 in Louis Domingue. So it'll be a goalie swap for Subban. Will this trade go through? Yes, it will. So we get a goalie with elite potential. He's at 80 overall. He's 22 years old. Hopefully he can top out at like a 87, 88 overall. Maybe even a 90 overall would be pretty nice, but I don't know. I think he could top out like an 87, 88. The guy from Columbus probably would have been better to get, and looking back, maybe I should have gone for him, but at the same time, his trade value is so high, and I don't really have that much that I can give up. I don't want to give up draft picks right now because I'm going to get early draft picks next year, and I just don't know if that's worth giving up a bunch of draft picks for a goalie. So I don't know, but going to our next game, playing against, ironically, the Boston Bruins. Smith is starting again in this game, and I actually meant to not have him start, but we're going to have another glitch goal at the beginning of this game. I'm pretty sure that one off a defender right there. Goligoski slams the stick into the ground. He's not happy. It's 1-0 Boston. 15 minutes left in the second. We're on the power play. I'm just going to take the puck, skate around real slow with it. No one can touch me. I keep skating around and score. That one's going to be redirected in. I think Anton Vermette with the goal right there. This game is tied at 1. Yes, it is Antoine Vermette. But the whole play was because of Martinuk, who just skated around and around and around before taking that shot that was deflected in. So it's tied at 1. 2 minutes left in the game. We give it to Kevin Connaughton. He moves in and scores. That's actually going to be his first goal of the season. And we have a 2-1 lead late in the second period. And guys, we were just dominating this game. Absolute dominance here against the Boston Bruins. I think we had almost 30 shots after just 2 periods. So it was without a doubt one of our best offensive performances of the game. We just couldn't score goals. Our shooters are not very good. They missed the net quite a bit, so that's kind of disappointing. We start out the third period on the power play, so Patrice Bergeron's going to take the puck up for Boston. He's actually going to skate all the way behind and then move back in front to him, and they do a little give and go and score. So it's a short-handed goal. Take another look at that one. They get it to Bergeron, and what is Smith doing? He laid down to the right. He's such an idiot. I don't know. I mean, that was a pretty good play by Boston, but at the same time, what is Smith doing? What is he going to be doing here is the bigger question. Probably the most pathetic goal that I'm ever going to let up in my life. Smith went to grab it behind the net. He loses control, and it ends up going in. That's going to be David Krejci with the goal, but look at this. Smith can't play the puck. He kicks it in front of the net, and it's going to be a goal. Are you kidding me? That is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why I left him in the game at this point. 15 seconds left in the game. Trying to do anything we can. I get a great pass to Jamie McGinn in front. He wanted a goal. Nothing's going to happen. And with 11 seconds left, we empty our net. Boston's going to win the faceoff. I need to get the puck back. Boston unfortunately takes it up. 5 seconds left. They're going for the empty net goal. I'm just going to trip the one guy, then trip the other guy. It wasn't really worth it because it gives Boston a 5-on-3, and that's going to be the game. We lose 3-2. Pretty disappointing. Mike Smith cost us the game right there with his idiot abilities. 38 shots, 26. So for 2 games in a row, we win in the shot count, but lose the game. Those are 2 games we easily could have won. Tucson player Tyler Godet has a fractured jaw. He'll be back December 13th. Ouch, that seems painful. We'll just have the assistant coach take care of that. It's the AHL. I don't care too much. Go to our edit lines, though. We are going to permanently establish our new goaltender, Subban, as the starting goalie. Smith is just not performing very well. I know Subban's only performing as a 79 overall right now, but I just can't take Mike Smith anymore. He's been too bad. Playing against Calgary, this will be Mike Subban's first ever start as a goaltender for the Arizona Coyotes, and it is not going to get off to a good start. He is going to let in a real easy goal right here at the beginning. I don't know why he didn't poke check that away. That's one thing that I think is another problem with NHL 17. The goalies never poke check away. They never poke check the puck. It's embarrassing. They're so conservative. They're like waiting for the players to shoot at them, and I don't like that. After the end of 1, though, Calgary had 18 shots and only 1 goal. So believe it or not, Subban actually played really, really, really well in his first ever period for us, despite letting in that early goal. We do tie the game here in the second with 13 minutes left, so the game is tied. And this time it's the opposite. We have less shots in the game, but we're actually tied until this happens. A late hit by Goligoski. That's going to be a 5-minute penalty. Take a look at that one. I actually didn't mean to hit him. I just kind of screwed up on my PlayStation controller, and that ends up... once again, I don't think that should have been a 5-minute penalty. I mean, he hit him in the shoulder. I think that's ridiculous. Calgary scores, though. It was actually 4-4 when they scored that one. And then on the power play, they still have 2:33 left on it. Remember, if you score on a 5-minute power play, it's still a power play. And they do score. I think that's kind of a dumb rule. I think if they score on a 5-minute major, it should just go back to being regular hockey. But it's now 3-1 at the end of 2. 26 shots for Calgary. So overall, Subban still playing fairly well. We do get our second goal of the game here with 13 minutes left. That's going to be Ekman Larsson. Believe it or not, that is actually his first goal of the year. It took him forever, but Oliver Ekman Larsson finally gets his first goal of the season. I don't know what took so long. 12 minutes left in the third, so just a minute later, we're going to have a shot, and we score! The game is tied, and can you believe it? All of a sudden, literally in a minute's time, we scored 2 goals to tie this game at 3-3. So can we finally get a win in this episode? Chris Mueller is going to be the one to score the goal, just the second of the year. Nice shot right there. He just beats the glove side of the Calgary goaltender. Can we finally, though, get our first win of the episode? No. Calgary's going to score with 5 minutes and 47 seconds left to take a 4-3 lead. That was just a nice play right there. I don't think there was much our goaltender could have done. So we end up losing this game, guys, 4-3. But overall, not a bad game. for Subban in his first ever start for the Arizona Coyotes. I'm not going to complain. We actually had a 5-on-3 at the end of the game, but still couldn't score, so pretty embarrassing right there. But yeah, we lose 4-3. Our next game, we had the Vancouver accidentally skip the intro, so we'll just get started straight off in the game. 16 minutes left. They actually had Smith play in this game. I don't know why Smith is playing in this game. He lets in an easy goal early on. He has such a weak right side. I think that's his blocker side, but it's so weak, it's ridiculous. And Vancouver leads 1-0, and then look at that goal. That's just pathetic. How do you let them score on a slap shot from that far out? Henrik Sedin gets the goal. It's 2-0 Vancouver, and at this point, guys, I actually get mad, and I simulate to the end of the game. I know I never want to simulate games, but I just didn't want to deal with Smith. He's an idiot, and I can't deal with him anymore. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. We'll be playing the Sharks in our next episode. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. For now, we'll see you next time on Mr. F like 9916. Peace.